What's going on, guys? Well, second video we're making now because we did just film a video, but something happened with the files, got corrupt or some shit. So now we're making a new one.
It was a good video as well.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone actually is watching these at the minute, but if you are watching, shout out. But yeah, we're gonna watch. I think it's like American Tik Toks or something like that. It's like
Probably
apparently
gonna.
why Americans are dumb.
Yeah.
Not me, it says it.
Probably gonna
It's the
cringe.
video title, but
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see what goes on.
Anyway, let's go. Let's go.
Y'all, what the fuck? Y'all can take your kids to Galactic Toys, drop them off at Kid to Kid, and then go next door and buy yourself an AK-47. The land of the free and the home of the...
Piercing man's
Yeah.
ears.
That was.
This wall can't be climbed. This is very,
Bit of
very
Trump,
hard.
bit of
Plus,
Trump.
it's designed
Obviously.
to absorb heat, so it's extremely hot. The wall is, you won't be able to touch it. You can fry an egg on that wall.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's a
mate.
very, very hard thing to climb.
It's not even a wall, it's a fence.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking about whatever the Americans were.
He's done like 70% of the shit he says, I guarantee you. Anyway. What the?
Whoa! Right,
second.
fair
I
enough.
had to
I'll
describe
probably
Americans
smash
in one
their
clip.
heads in. Jesus Christ.
America.
What's something that's clearly a scam, but Americans have been conditioned to believe is normal?
They think the United States is like the best country in the world. You guys are like miserable. You don't get paid vacations. You get in debt to study.
Jeez, you should see UK
You have to
then.
pay to go to the
She'd be like,
doctor.
oh my god.
Guns, just guns. Your prison system sucks. Metal detectors at school, like,
True.
not that you have that, but that you need that. Just everything in general. That's.
Fair.
And you call yourself Americans.
Yeah, at least we get our healthcare paid for.
Not that I use
American
it.
currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
So I started my new job in the Netherlands. This was 3 years ago, and I was going through the company policy the first week. And I got to the section about leave, and they have a holiday leave, like PTO, and then they had sick leave in two different areas. And I was reading about sick leave, and I turned to my coworker, and I was like, I don't understand. Like, it talks about like the requirements for sick leave and like doctor notes like after 3 days, but how many sick days do we get a year? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how many are there? It doesn't say. She's like, it's just if you're sick, you're out. I'm like, I don't understand. She's like, it's unlimited. It's just if you're sick, you take a sick day. She was confused. I was shocked. There's a moment I realized we're fucked up in America and how we deal with people being sick with work.
No,
The
you're just
US healthcare
retarded.
system
Everything
is
you just said went
insane.
over my head.
I just want to
apart
start
from
this
the
off
last
by
bit,
saying that
my
I
God.
have really
Just
good
waffling.
insurance under my parents' names. And I had to go to the ER in November for a cluster headache that was on day 2 that would not cease after migraine medication, everything that I could take and think of. So I had to go to the ER to make the pain stop because I literally couldn't do anything without shooting pain. Anyways, for the one visit, $34,000. $28,000 is not covered. My mom goes, well, when you go to the ER, did you check that they were in network? And I said, it's the same building where I go to my other doctors. I figured it would be in network. She goes, no, Lindsay, sometimes if the ER doctors are not in network,
fucked
you
up.
have to check for the individual doctors. I'm like, Mom, it's the ER. You think I don't check that before I go? I just
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
What is one
28k.
time that made you realize
you
that
have to
America
pay that, yeah.
really messed you up?
There's a lot. This might have to be a series, but here's the first one that comes to mind.
What goes into
It's
your
really
debt?
two things in one. One night in mid-November, I woke up. I was having really bad chest pains, and I was like cold sweating and everything. All of the symptoms of a heart attack. And I was sitting there in my bathroom like, should I call 112 for an ambulance? It's going to be so expensive. There was a moment I
112?
literally thought about riding my bicycle to the hospital.
I
It's
didn't
about
know.
a 10-minute bicycle ride away from my apartment. I called the ambulance in the end. It was completely covered by my insurance. After I had the heart attack in the hospital, it was around 5 or 6 in the morning when I woke up. And I remember the first thing I thought
Bro, you're
was,
young
I
to have
need
a
to
heart
get my
attack.
phone. I have to tell my boss I can't come into work today. I mean, the first thing wasn't like calling my mom It was literally calling my work because I didn't want to get fired. I wasn't going to get fired in the Netherlands for that.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I was in high school, I was asked, what language do you speak in England?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Well, I remember visiting Warner Brothers, and our tour guide, in the beginning of the tour, he asked us where we all were from, and I told him that I was from Turkey. And every single time he would show something or tell us something, he would always say, well, you probably don't have that in Turkey. And I had to correct him every single time. It would be highways, but you probably don't have that in Turkey. Dumpsters, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Stray cats, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Netflix, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Ellen Show, you
send it
probably
to
don't have that in Turkey, and stuff like that.
lifeisdifferent@gmail.com.
Like, where do you think I'm from? What do you think is here? A desert? Do you think we're riding camels? Like, I don't know.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
It's done again.
So before having an American driver's license, I only had my Danish one, and I had to use that at a store, at a Walmart. And the cashier looks at my Danish driver's license, and she goes, "Oh, where are you from?" And me, I tell her, "Oh, I'm from Denmark." And she says, "Oh, where's that?" And I say, "It's in Scandinavia." And she goes, "Oh, where's that?" And I tell her, "That's in Europe." And she goes, "Oh,
Where is that?
oh, so in Canada."
Canada.
I did not know
Jeez.
how to respond to that.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I'm watching this video.
So when I was in Savannah, Georgia in 2015, I met a guy in a bar from Cleveland, Ohio. And after a short conversation, he asked me where I was from. So I said, "Oh, I'm Welsh, but I live in London, England, UK." And he was like, "Oh wow, your English is really good for someone that isn't American." No, sorry. I live in England. My first language, English. He was like, yeah, I know where England is, but your English is fantastic. How did you learn it so well?
Jesus Christ.
Like, well, in England, they speak English.
No
That's kind of
way.
where English comes from.
What sort of school did you
I said,
go
I
to?
don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
Filming some video or something, bro, and trolling.
Don't you get it? Why can't anybody have an opinion but you?
Okay.
Honestly, dead video.
That was
Can't
actually
lie.
dead, yeah.
I didn't understand half of it, and American
curious,
was
what
just
is the dumbest-
waffle, pure waffle. So, and this guy right here, this guy, pissing me. I don't like him. I'm sorry if he's probably a nice bloke, but I'm not having it. It's just annoying me.
Yeah, we've seen him about 6
That
times.
was a dead video. I hope we are reacting to something else soon. 'cause
Yeah, that was Jack.
Yeah.